Yeet. CEO. CEO.
I'm the Boston CEO. Boston CEO. Boston CEO.
What's up?
What's up? Welcome back to 5P0RT5. You know, it's a sports segment in the cave. Before we begin, though, make sure you guys check out our sponsors at safelightcandle.com if you need lighting for your home, your workspace, or your studio. Also, check out our Patreon page if you want more exclusive content from the cave, or if you want to join our Discord community. The link to that should be on our website, k4v3cave.com. So, put together some context clues. It's a sports segment. We got Zach and we got Danny. What do you think we're going to talk about?
Wrestling.
So, yo, it's been a while since we got on to talk about wrestling, so we have a lot to catch up on. But one thing remains. Acknowledge it, Danny. Acknowledge. Ah, that counts.
My son does the same shit.
Good point. But before we start, I know we're going to talk about AEW big business, but we're going to get into WrestleMania a little bit. You guys see all the breakdowns of The Rock putting up the L instead of the 1? And if that could mean something, you know?
Oh, it's possible.
Bang, bang.
Or he might be Bang Bang Gang, you know? He might be going to
Bang,
AEW.
bang, 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 scissor gang.
So, I don't know. That feud or the storyline, as everyone said, has been cinematic. It's still going on. I love that clip of Roman Reigns saying, yo, we ain't going to give you no like TikTok shit. Like this is going to be a home cooked meal. You know what I mean? You guys got to widen your attention span because, you know, this is going to be a fucking movie, not no shorts, YouTube shorts or TikTok. So you're seeing that play out. Back when Sami Zayn was in the bloodline, they were calling that what, like the 3rd inning, the 4th inning?
Yeah, something like that.
Hey, man, crazy. And on another side note, I know that stuff is going on with Vince McMahon and Brock Lesnar. How fucking wise is the wise man for jumping on to Roman Reigns and getting that, you know, his identity taken off from Brock Lesnar? Because he was tied in with Brock Lesnar prior to that, I feel.
Thinking about it real quick, it was around the same time as like Brock's contract being up. Like COVID, I think, was around the time where all this shit was starting with the allegations, allegedly.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, I don't know, maybe he might have seen the writing on the wall, but the allegations and stuff, freaking awful, dude. So bad.
It's fucked up the game, man. 2K24, if you guys are listening, join the Discord and take the belt from me, bruh. Take the belt from me. Open challenge. All right, let's get down to not just regular business. Let's get down to big business, baby. Danny, what's up, man? How's AEW today?
Man, in my opinion, it was a great episode. I got to see a lot. But let's start from the beginning. You know, let's start from the beginning. They go in and who comes out? Who comes out in this? Yeah, such a great surprise. Well, not much of a surprise. People kind of knew. But Mercedes Mone made her big appearance. She's now all elite. She even said it herself. She's all elite. And I love the promo. Totally gave babyface vibes. You know, talking about her growing up, how she had to drop out of school, take care of her brother. And so total babyface vibe. So I guess that's what she's coming. I just totally loved it. And then she gave that vibe to dancing in the ring, and then that we'll talk about it later on. But how towards the end of the show, she's just going around dancing to her intro song. I thought that was great. She knows how to work the crowd. In other words, so I like that. I think it's a huge signing. The question and the most important thing moving forward now is how are they going to use her? So they just better use her correctly. That's it. And I'm sure she could bring some creativity to the table and put in some good opinion. So that's what I think, Zachary.
So let me get the stuff that I was sour about out the way. I did not like her theme. It's gonna have to grow on me. I'm sure it will. But the chanting of CEO in the middle of it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But the chant ended up growing, and during the promo you could hear it. So it's gonna be, it's gonna be something that stays with her.
Yeah.
They did make her feel like a big deal, which is great. She opened the show, which means, like, obviously, as we've seen, with like WWE, the better segments that we get from the bigger stars are when you have like not a locked in amount of time. So like beginning of the show is always the best, in my opinion, to do something like this because it allows them to have as much mic time as they need and not have to get cut off by the network. So that was very smart to put her out first. Obviously, it was the best unkept secret in the business when they threw those dollar signs in Boston, like a month ago when they announced the show, like kind of had a vibe that, we were going to see Mercedes on this, and it's in her hometown. Very smart. Going to be a unanimously approved and pushed segment with her debuting. So shout out to her. She looks great. I'm excited to see some of the matches she's going to be able to have in AEW, and it's, in my opinion, it's the biggest women's signing in wrestling. So kudos to AEW for getting Mercedes.
You know what?
Like ever, all time signing.
It's
all time. Wow.
We spoke on the one of the few sports segments that I was on. I think it was Forbidden Door. It was Zach and me that ran it, and that was apparently the initial debut planned for Mercedes Mone, formerly known as Sasha Fierce. Or Sasha Banks. Sasha Fierce. That's Beyonce.
Beyonce all on his mouth.
AKA the Beyonce of wrestling, you could say.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one.
But obviously what happened with Willow and her, she got injured. But I don't know, how do you guys feel about this? Because it's obvious you're always going to compare WWE and AEW. I do like that they brought him in the beginning, but watching AEW for a while now, I like hey, we got a new signing, here we go. WWE is more like how Adam Copeland came in. You know what I mean? Like there was a vignette shot, and then he came in as like to help the homie, and that was the introduction. And then obviously next week on Dynamite, he's going to speak instead of hey, look who we signed. This is, so be excited. You'll see him soon. I don't really like that compared to already having a storyline in place for them and you inject them that way. You know what I mean?
What I'll say to that though is that they didn't really say that it was going to be Mercedes Mone. The way it got leaked out was that TD Ameritrade Center, when they were selling tickets, they put her picture on the thumbnail. That's how everyone got a glimpse that, hey, Sasha Banks or Mercedes Mone is coming. That's what happened. And then obviously they made the theme when they named the big business. That kind of gave the hint, but they never really thought it was like, oh, we're going to present Mercedes Mone. No, this is just leaks and people talking it up. That's why Zach, I like how he said it. He's like what was that? It was a well-kept secret that everyone knew, I guess is what you said.
It was the best, not the worst kept secret, but like the best known surprise, I think is what I said.
You said that, but yeah, that's what it was. And so again, they never formally announced that they were going to have her on the show, but little leaks, and then the theme of it being big business, with the two N's for Boston, and then not only that, Boston is her hometown, where she mentioned it in her promo where she main evented a pay-per-view, I guess with the other company. So I get what you're saying, but I had to kind of correct you a little bit on that one.
So I will say this. Comparing the debuts of the big three, as I'll probably refer to them going forward, um, the three being Osprey, Mercedes, and Okada. To me, the best one was Okada because it was like we knew that he was probably going to be coming too, just like Sasha, but like it was kind of a surprise when it happened in the show and with whom it happened. Like that created instant intrigue. Like, oh shit, he's part of the elite. Like, and they just suspended, So for me, it was more storyline based, and it was more of a shock with Okada. To me, that was better. But all three of them are massive for AEW. I just hope that they get booked, favorably. Not even how I want them to, just favorably. Because I understand with wrestling, it's for everybody, and there's gonna be stuff that I like and don't like, but it's still pretty dope, and I can acknowledge that. But with Mercedes and how she came in with here, I would have liked because just I personally don't view Willow and Anna Jay and fuck, I forgot the other person that was in there, but I don't view them on the same level as her or as even the like women that could give her the rub right back that she gives to them. Like that gives them a big rub, but like I don't feel like it's reciprocated as it could be or as it could have been against someone like Deonna Purrazzo.
It's interesting, man, because we spoke with J2 about AEW and, the quality of botches and the quantity of botches compared to WWE. And he said NXT is and the Performance Center is a big factor in that. It 100%. Almost feels like they bank on these WWE veterans to guide the new talent, or the talent coming up. So, I mean, I feel like that's what the role Bryan Danielson's in right now, But how dare you skip over Edge, bro, as far as the big three signing?
That feels like that was too long ago, man.
That's blasphemy, bro.
But it's funny because that was closer, now thinking about it, that was closer to Ospreay, like when he was announced than it was to when Ospreay had his first match. But to me, it feels like Ospreay didn't come over until Revolution, to be honest with you. So that's why it's more recent in my head. Right. This is how my brain works.
The big question now is how is she going to get booked? Because I feel like the women's division is finally not a mess with the Misfits. And when I was last tuning in, the Misfits were teaming up with the Jericho Appreciation Society, and I was like, "What the fuck is this stupid shit? Why does Jericho absorb everybody?" You know what I mean? But I feel like now with Timeless Tony Storm, you put in Thunder Rosa's back too, and you throw in.
God, that's gonna bang, dude. Thunder and Sasha or Mercedes. Bro. That's gonna be so sick.
I think booking is gonna be crucial, and we'll see how it goes. I feel like we have a lot of talent right now, underutilized. Some talent's getting pushed over to New Japan. Jungle Boy, you know what I'm saying? So,
cry me a river, cry me a river.
Happy when he saw Darby fall into the glass. He's like, ugh.
Yeah.
Punk was just sitting there like, these fucking assholes. How dare they?
It's kind of like when you have too many cool ass toys, you don't know who to play with anymore. You know what I mean? It's like, damn. You have a storyline going on. You look over the bench, you're like, damn, I want to inject her in a storyline. So you just make some random shit up. But who's next, Dimes?
Well, next after that Mercedes Mone segment and her introduction, which I truly enjoyed, we had the heavyweight championship match between Wardlow and Samoa Joe, and I liked a little video package they had. I wouldn't say package, but the little promo that they had. Adam Cole, since he's the leader of the Undisputed, the Kingdom, and so the way he was saying I liked it. And then so with that, I thought, hey, Wardlow's probably got this one. Wardlow's got this one, and then I started really speculating. I'm like, then that means Wardlow and Swerve, and Swerve will take it from Wardlow, because that's kind of what they've done to Wardlow when he wins a championship. He's champ for like 2 weeks, and then but yeah. Anyways, the match overall,
that's hilarious.
Wardlow was kicking Samoa Joe's ass the whole time, the whole match. So I could see where they were going.
Joe.
My bad, dude. You said Wardlow, and I just got sleepy.
Nah, you better put some respect on Wardlow's name, dog.
I thought you said Goldberg. My bad.
And so, no, he was kicking Samoa Joe's ass all throughout the match, and then obviously Samoa Joe got him in his what's it called? I forget what he
Coquina Clutch, or is it? Yeah, Coquina. It was Coquina Clutch in WWE.
Yeah, he still calls it that.
It's a sleeper hold, right? It's a sleeper hold.
It's a sleeper.
It's a vicious sleeper hold, dog, and Samoa Joe sleeper hold.
The Samoan sleeper hold.
Let's just keep it kayfabe, my guy.
Oh, my bad.
And yeah, that was it. As soon as that happened, I said it. I'm like, that's it. It's over. And yeah, sure enough, it was over.
I'm glad they're protecting that finish, dude. Like, that's
the finish that he did.
Yeah, they need to keep doing that with Joe because he makes it look legit. I think this is just further proof that they're waiting for MJF to come back to take that title off of Joe.
Bro, Danny and I just talked about that. I honestly thought, because like I said, Wardlow's Goldberg, bro. I feel like he's one of the protected too. You know what I mean? He's one of the low key pillars, I think. I thought because he's getting this undisputed push, which still ties into MJF, I thought undisputed would help him get the title, which would build up MJF versus Wardlow, which has a backstory as well. You know what I mean? So,
and the ties with the Undisputed Kingdom is pretty heavy too. So that would work in a bunch of different ways. It'd be multi-layered.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but that was it. I was disappointed in the result. I mean, that's what it is. That's the win that Joe needed because obviously he didn't do much throughout the match. I liked when Wardlow was going to jump off the corner and then Samoa Joe was just doing his thing where he turns around and walks away. And then Wardlow didn't fall for it. And as soon as Samoa Joe turned around, like, blah, you know.
That's dope.
And
very smart.
High IQ play.
They bumped their heads. And, overall, no, it was an okay match. Just wasn't.
How cool?
I didn't like the ending, but
how cool would it have been if fucking Wardlow multi-power bombed Samoa Joe? That would have been a sight to see, bro.
Very impressive stuff.
That would have meant he wins the match, though.
Yeah,
honestly. Yeah.
I don't like Wardlow. I think Samoa Joe is cool. I like that he has the belt. Put some respect on his name, but I think he's holding it for somebody.
Fine in the meantime, but I think Swerve deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, at the end of the match, he came out. Swerve came out, and yeah, that was dope. So soon enough, he's getting that belt.
I would have put the strap on him in Revolution, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, same. But in a better match, I'll say, because the match was kind of bunk. No lie.
The triple threat?
Any movie? What's up?
You thought the triple threat at Revolution wasn't good?
I didn't think so. I thought it was the worst match of the night.
Damn. Crazy.
Yeah.
He has spoken.
All right, moving on. So we had the Elite, which is Jackson Brothers, a.k.a. Young Bucks.
The Young Bucks?
Okada versus Dark Triangle. You know, Penta, Pac, should I say. And
the bastard.
Oh, Eddie Kingston. He's filling in for Ray Phoenix. But yeah, I could see the rivalry with Eddie Kingston and Okada since they have their roots in New Japan, and obviously they confirmed next week they'll be going for the Continental Championship. They'll be fighting again.
Love that.
Yeah. So that was a good match overall. Low key, I enjoy it, but I'm starting to see it a little too much. Are the spots during the match where they just slap each other? But I understand that it's a Japanese thing. But it's happening just a little too much now. I get it.
Attaboy, Danny.
Yeah. You know what else I don't like, Danny? When they grab heads and they do this.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
what I mean. Chop, and then they'll go to elbows, and then they grab their heads and
Yeah. There's other ways to show heat than that, I think so. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but this is a Japanese thing because again, what our friend said, J2, like in Japan, they're hard hitters. That's their
hard
style.
Hard style.
Strong style.
That's why they
Strong
stand.
style. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you see that with Takeshita as well.
Takeshita's
yeah.
a beast.
This is a monster, dude.
My favorite Japanese wrestler right now, I think. That guy's a beast.
Yeah. But overall, this match was entertaining. I liked it. Obviously, the win had to go to the Elite and Okada doing the pin, getting the win. I like that he did it over Eddie Kingston because, that shows that they're building the rivalry there a little bit.
Yep.
But overall, it was entertaining. What do you think, Zach?
I'm very, very enjoying Okada being part of the Elite. I think that was a very smart move booking wise to get them together. Like I said, I just appreciate kind of like, curveballs, swerves, if you will. And when I thought of Okada being in AEW, I did not think of him being with the Elite without Omega, which I think can lead to some very interesting stuff down the road when Omega comes back in there, which is great, dude, to be honest with you. I do have to say, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, like the switch to using their full names and using the new theme that has like a kind of like a Succession theme song vibe to their theme is amazing. I don't know if you guys have watched Succession, but that show was pretty good, and their theme song is iconic. So now that they have kind of like some inspiration from that was very smart. But yeah, I'm completely digging this. I think Eddie Kingston is a perfect first guy for Okada to feud with. He's got a big enough fan base that people are going to be invested in Kingston, and obviously Okada comes with his own. But like to get the heat on Okada, like you pair him with a fan favorite of the likes of Eddie, someone who can take pins and not be hurt by it. Like very, very smart.
Absolutely. Yeah, I like the direction that they're doing. It's like they're embracing all the shit talkers that were talking about them, like, oh, EVPs. It's like, well, yeah, we are the EVPs. Like, and how they go around, they do like I love how they sell, like, almost anywhere you work, management always tries to be like positive and everything, but then they're just still a bunch of assholes. They're playing that so well. I love it. I'm enjoying this this heel turn that they're doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Teresi, what do you think?
They're probably baiting a Kenny Omega storyline for that potential return. Now that you mention that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But
firing him,
big business.
Prayers for Kenny Omega though. I hear it's pretty bad.
Yeah, he's got diverticulitis, right?
Yeah, man. That's don't take him away from us in the wrestling world too soon, man. We got to see some crazy. I need to see him versus Edge, bro. Please.
Adam Copeland, bro.
I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Yeah.
You think you know him?
I did like the entrance where they dropped the coin, and then Okada's music started. I thought that was bad.
Yeah.
That shit's fire, dude.
Yeah.
But speaking of
Young Bucks, though, they do have, like Danny said, they have their formula too, though. You know what I mean? Like they have their spot wrestlers, and it's funny. It's again, I'm going to bring it back to WWE. What's up with this? Why are the people, the board, coming into the shows? Like the Rock's involved, fucking Young Bucks are involved. Like stay at the top, bro.
I don't really want to compare the two, but it is what it is. It's a little different.
Yeah.
All we need is Tony to come out like super buff, working out.
He should be the Shane McMahon, bro. He should just be the Shane McMahon role of
We got a great show for you guys tonight. He's just roiding it up.
Little jumps here and there.
Oh man,
hilarious.
No, let's move on. So yeah, we spoke after that little video package between for Christian Cage and Adam Copeland promoting the match next week. It's going to be an I Quit match for the TNT Championship, and I think this is it. I think this is what's going to seal the deal. I'm pretty sure Adam Copeland's going to come out victorious, unless the patriarchy comes out and they start messing things up again, which I think they will. I think they'll be coming out, but it's not gonna. Adam Copeland will be prepared this time, unlike last time, and none of this whole sign a contract. Give me, have Kill Switch take through the pin and take the belt. Yeah, all this stuff.
Shenanigans.
That was so stupid.
Copeland's winning next. It's gonna be brutal. I hope they make it a very emotional, because it's quit. I hope it just brings people's emotions out. Where it's like, fuck, or not as bad as Rock and Mankind from back in the day. No, we don't need that. But at the same time, I just want to throw in a couple shits in there during the match.
100%. I definitely think it's going to be the end of this feud, and I think Adam Copeland's got to get this dub.
Yeah. Is this the best version of Christian Cage right now that we're seeing? I think this is peak Christian.
Ever.
I think ever, yeah. I did like him when he turned on Jericho. I think that was Mania 20. Mm-hmm. They had a match together because they were a tag team, and then they made a bet over who could bag Trish Stratus, and they bet a Canadian dollar over it. Hilarious. And Christian ended up turning on Jericho, and it was pretty heated back then. Christian was on his shit then too, and then he had that little time with the Un-Americans. You guys remember that?
Oh yeah.
Hating ass Canadian heel group with Tez. But this is just levels above, dude. Not to bite on Roman's t-shirt, but this stuff is just awesome. It's meme worthy. It's engaging. It's getting no shits from the fans. It's getting visceral live reactions, and he still can go in the ring clearly. So he's got a good mix, a good recipe right now, and it's been peak Christian, I would say.
Two things I'll say about Adam Copeland and Christian. It's time to let this beef go. You know what I mean? These guys are tied into WWE. You don't want their identity to be connected in AEW too. So Pete Christian, we're seeing Pete Christian. I Quit match is going to be interesting because, dude, think about it. If you're Edge and I'm Christian and we've been friends forever, we're having an I Quit match. That means you and I are just going to watch a bunch of I Quit match and try to put together ideas to make the best I Quit match. That's fun, dude. These guys are living the life. You know what I mean? I hope they're patient with it. But as much as I don't want this story to be long drawn, I do want them to end this feud and leave the door open for them to come back. And in between them coming back, I want them to have spots where they're teammates again. You know what I mean? Like a whole dramatic, long drawn storyline instead of just one package all the way type shit,
Passing each other in the hallways and shit backstage and looking at each other and just those breadcrumbs. Because they have to be a tag team in AEW again.
Right. So just like they did with the Young Bucks came out for Cowboy during the Kenny Omega and shit, see AEW, as much as we knock on their storyline, they pay attention and they do have their long drawn storyline. So I'm counting on them to pay it forward and have this be a fairy tale ending later on. But yeah, man, let's get Edge out there to fight some other people. I know he said that when he came in. So
here's the thing I'm going to say about what you just said, Jarizi, about them paying attention. The difference is with some of these guys, the only history that we have is from New Japan. or from a different promotion that's not WWE, so the eyeballs weren't there. So that's where you get people like O'Shea Jackson Jr. I don't know if you guys were familiar with him getting into beef on Twitter with AEW fans about not knowing who some of these guys are, and he wants more explanation from AEW to explain who some of these guys are before they put them on TV. But with this, like history specifically between these two, we've all seen it. So like we're all familiar. So like for them to go back to it down the road, I think is going to be very easy and will be more well received than some of other feuds in the past that we may have seen on AEW television, because we are familiar with the story. Like I said, there is a history there that like majority of wrestling fans have seen over the last 20, 30 years.
Potential tear shedder, this storyline, bro. Potential tear shedder. 100%. I'm telling you right now.
For sure. I'm excited for that one. It'll be a great one. All right, moving on. We had Ospreay's promo talking about his match against Bryan Danielson coming up in
Let's go
the next AEW Dynasty. Yeah, dude, I'm an Ospreay fan. That's all I got to say.
Same, bro.
He cuts most. The guy's he's an athlete in that ring. He's worked. Yeah, definitely. He's got it all. He's got it all. So I'm excited about this match. Bryan Danielson being very technical. He's probably going to be going for a lot of submissions. I'm expecting a lot of chain wrestling in this match, and I love that stuff. I'm all about watching what's going on in the ring compared to outside. Outside the ring, I'm cool with it, but I like just seeing the action, man. So yeah, I'm stoked, and I have a feeling Danielson's gonna let Ospreay win. Danielson's gonna put Ospreay over on this one.
When does Danielson win, dude? I'm tired of expecting him to win. Dude's a jobber.
He does need some gold, buddy. He needs some gold.
I was saying.
He's a jobber.
Sadly, isn't he? Come on. Let's just be honest with each other.
He just doesn't want gold.
Yo.
He's a jobber.
Hey, maybe he's just so humble that it's like, dude, I don't need it. I'm just here to make the company better.
Yeah, you're right. I agree with you, Danny. But
that's true.
It's a jobber.
But I mean, there is something to be said about his wins and losses in AEW.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy to think about. But I do agree. This match right here, as of right now, for me, I would say if you had to ask me what match of the year is so far, it's Ospreay and Takeshita.
Oh my god!
Just off the top of my head, this one right here, potential to top that one. Ospreay's always in match of the year, conversations every single year. I'm very excited to see Danielson go with Ospreay in this match. The chain wrestling is going to be phenomenal. The impact that some of these moves have that Ospreay can lay out, I'm very kind of cautious with Bryan Danielson taking them. But the submissions are going to be awesome. These guys are going to beat the shit out of each other. It's going to be phenomenal.
Man, if Will Ospreay can absorb some of Danielson's chain wrestling skills and add that on to his repertoire of moves and his skills, complete.
Yeah.
Complete.
Yeah. Go wrestler.
With that said, Danny, I do want to see him last long, and I am nervous about AEW, bro. You said we were talking about Death Triangle versus the Elite. Ray Phoenix, man. I mean, look at El Vikingo. Didn't he tear a fucking knee, tear both knees or some shit? What they do to Darby Allin, I think Darby Allin is doing some voodoo shit to keep himself fucking well. You know what I'm saying?
About that too.
So I hope
Sammy
he
Guevara
stays healthy. I think it's cool that he's fighting Bryan Danielson because Bryan Danielson's a veteran, so kind of, he can kind of trust him to protect him in certain ways and not put him in shitty spots. So, I like how they're booking Will. And I will say the Takeshita fight, I'm on Twitter all the time, and I see the WWE boys always bashing on AEW, but they were quiet that night, bro. They did not say a word that night.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and the ones that did just went on like, it was just a spot fest. How do you do? How do you do? It's like for once, can you just really just sit down and enjoy wrestling for wrestling? Like, that's all I gotta say. That's all I got. But yeah, I'm stoked.
All
right,
I'm with you, brother.
I will say this is one of the best signs in wrestling. The fact that it's a WO, like, yo,
Yeah.
that's dope as fuck.
Osprey. Anyway,
He's gonna fucking light up all in, dude. I cannot wait for that.
He's winning a belt over there. I'm telling you right now.
Might be prepping with Danielson. They might be prepping for an MJF Will Ospreay. You know,
Ooh.
that might be MJF's last.
We'll see.
Okay, before we move on, I just want to say this: that might be MJF's last match when he drops it off to Ospreay and be like, "Hey, all elite's yours." Because we were saying what's cool about MJF is all his title defenses have been tributes and homages to the person he's fighting. You know what I mean? And there's not a lot of wrestlers that kind of do that. So shout out to MJF. We miss you, bro.
Love you, MJF.
Come back.
You're our asshole.
Yeah, you're our scumbag.
You're my scumbag.
Yeah. Miss him. All right. After that promo, we had Darby Allin and Switchblade Jay White. I enjoyed. Could have been. I think could have been a little better. I've seen more out of Darby. I've seen more out of Jay White. It's not a pay-per-view, so they don't have to go all out. You know? No pun intended. But overall, it was a good match. I'm excited for Darby. I wish him well in his climb to Mount Everest. That's all I gotta say. Dude's got balls to do so many stunts and to decide to go climb Mount Everest. And so hopefully this wasn't his last match. Hopefully he completes his goal, gets to the top, comes back down, and gets in the ring again.
Wait, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, Danny? Like actually, like literally climb Mount Everest? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, he's going to climb Mount Everest, dude.
Oh, so this might be like he might be taking a hiatus from wrestling to go actually.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, he's crazy, bro.
He's actually going to climb Mount Everest, my guy. Like that's not a rib. That's not part of his character. Like he's actually doing that.
Damn, what a crazy ass! And then fucking coffin drops off the top.
Off of Everest? He'll be like the Grinch, dude. Like in Crumpet.
Damn. Well, that means it's cool, Danny. I was asking if you were serious, if he was literally going to climb Mount Everest, because I haven't been in the loop. Yeah. But you know, that tells me he's serious. That tells me he's in a good mental space and he's good financially to be like, I'm gonna go climb Mount Everest real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'll be back. Let me go climb it.
Yeah. Physically, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Physically, I think he's ready.
Yeah.
But no, and then towards the end of the match, after the match, Jay White kept beating him up. Then came out the Bullet Club. They started beating on Darby. You know, they wanted to, what do they call it? The chair. What do they call it when they put
concerto?
the leg in
Oh, I thought you were talking about concerto.
Anyways, but yeah, then that's when the Acclaim came out, and then they were confronting, they were confronting the Bullet Club, and then that's the end of the Bang Bang Scissor Gang.
It was whack.
It's about time.
Yeah, thank God, man.
Yeah, it really wasn't.
Who did that help? Did that help anybody? I feel like both stocks went down.
Realized that it wasn't helping at all, and they're like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Because the idea when they first was like, cool, that's dope, like that's nice, but nothing really came out of it. So it's like, okay, so what are we doing here? You know, we got both trios champions.
I think they wanted to form like a DX again, you know, and so they thought that the Acclaimed were like the New Age Outlaws, and so they were gonna get absorbed by DX type shit, but it just didn't work out, I think.
Oh, that's weird. What DX member was part of that crew?
Was it the rapper dude or the old guy?
Well, yeah, Billy Gunn, who was in the New Age Outlaws. It's weird how you saw that connection.
Yeah, man. I'm just talking shit, just pulling things out there.
No, but for real though, to me, if you're gonna get a heel Acclaimed, they can't be rapping. Like, you want to turn them heel, get the mic out of their hands and create heat, because that's their shtick. But it's more of like a face thing, you know. Like, you're engaging with the crowd, you're rapping. Even like if you're spitting and it's dissing them, it just doesn't hit the same. It's like when Cena used to do it. Like him dissing the crowd, it would get, you know, you'd find yourself getting cheered more often than not, and that's why I think they had to turn Cena back in the day. But because it like inadvertently made him more popular because they could spit. So for me, if like you're gonna turn the Acclaim heel, you got to change that gimmick. You got to stop scissoring, because that'll make the fans pissed. You got to stop spitting on the mic, and you got to just be just a, you know, a heelish tag team. So that's why I feel like it didn't really work, them joining with the Bullet Club Gold. So I'm happy that they're splitting up, and we need Jay White to get into a title picture here.
Thank you.
ASAP again, because he deserves it. He's on that level. Like, give me Jay White versus Ospreay.
Oh, I don't know about that, dude.
Yeah.
You guys think so?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or Jay White Okada, dude.
I'd rather see this. Give Swerve the belt. Have Jay White beat Swerve. I think that's way better.
Jay White beating Swerve? I don't know. If Swerve gets it, he needs to have a little bit of a run, in my opinion.
I don't know, man. Jay White's been patient. I feel like he was promised a lot more.
Bro.
How many belts are there? There's one belt we can give these motherfuckers. Does it Hook have a
heavyweight?
The trios belt, right?
And the Continental. I think
so. Heavyweight Samoa Joe. Who's the other one?
Continental's Eddie.
Okay, Roderick is. There's 3 tag team. 4.
No trios.
Hey, trios. Undisputed versus Bang Bang Gang would be pretty cool. Give him
and a TNT 6. There's 6 for the men. Yeah.
Edge Jay White would be interesting too.
And the Owen Hart Championship.
I'm gonna keep correcting you and keep saying Adam Copeland.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Adam Edge Copeland. Adam Edge Copeland.
Adam Edge Copeland. I agree, though. I agree. Jay White needs a belt, and there's too many belts out there. Give him fucking one, Tony.
Yeah, him holding MJF shit hostage does not count.
That was dope. I can't.
But that looked good on him, though. That's what I'm saying.
Right?
Like, he needs it.
That's what I'm saying. You planted the seed, man. Come on.
Yeah. You gotta let it sprout, dog.
But yeah, so that's it. Just wish Darby the best. Moving on. We had Jericho and Hook teaming up versus Gates of Agony. It's just one of those matches, you know, that they just kind of putting people together. Right.
Yeah, nothing to say.
I don't like Jericho being involved with Hook, to be honest with you, but hopefully they can change my opinion on that in a couple weeks. But for me right now, it's not working.
I totally missed the promo that they had after. What's going on there?
Yeah, I only caught the end of it, but it was really more of them like building them together. I just it feels like Jericho's trying to hype up and like give the rub to Hook, which I hope he does. But I guess they're fighting next week, so they're gonna go 1-on-1, and you know, maybe that
the FTW
Jericho's mind is what's gonna do it. I don't know if the title's on the line, but they are fighting each other.
Serious question, guys. Who has Jericho worked with in AEW that's blossomed?
Garcia.
He blossomed after he left.
Oh yeah,
I could see that being a rub to him. MJF
with Jericho?
Yeah, in the very
beginning when they were doing that like musical get. Well, I mean, you have to leave to blossom.
Well, I don't know. I was also going to say Sammy Guevara, but I feel like he's kind of picking up after he also left Jericho.
Sammy also gets in his own way too sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
true.
He's been doing his own thing. Unfortunately, he's suspended because of the concussion he gave Jeff Hardy.
Bro, it's so bad. So bad.
So is that heat real when like they confronted Sammy? Is that shit real? Or
probably.
Damn.
Probably, yeah. But this was one of those matches. It was just.
I also blame the refs though too. Like the refs gotta acknowledge it and they gotta stop it.
Yeah, it's just wrestling, man.
Yeah,
it sucks.
No, again, Agony just Gates of Agony just jobbing. They seemed to be the jobbers of the match. They didn't. Yeah, it was just a throwaway one. Let's move on. So afterwards, Kyle O'Reilly, he's back, as you saw.
Yeah, I saw that. He looks terrible.
So looking awful.
That's what I'm saying, right? What's up with this guy?
It's intentional. I'll give him that. I'm curious to see where it goes.
Yeah, I guess. I see the angle.
Things like, ooh, I don't know. And then Roddy Strong coming out and is like, oh, going out on your own. And then Kyle O'Reilly's like, yeah, out on my own.
Like some 80s like teenage drama. I'm doing my own thing now.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't know, man. They got a lot. They got a lot going on.
We need Adam to get healthy. We need Adam Cole to be healthy again.
Or sign Bobby Fish.
Bobby Fish doesn't want to come back.
They already had him.
Bobby Fish had a good run in AEW, in my opinion. You know,
he had a little run, yeah.
Yeah, he was booked good.
I'm sure if he was right, he'll come back. I don't think he will.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, Adam Cole needs to get healthy. I'm pretty sure if he didn't break his ankle, the double story would have been much better. But they worked with what they had, unfortunately.
So I'm gonna be that guy. I really enjoy the double storyline. The payoff obviously is what it is, but like to me, like I haven't cooled off on seeing MJF get his lick back, so I'm excited to see when that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think O'Reilly, he'll eventually join Undisputed Kingdom.
Oh yeah, 100%.
100%. Cool. And then last but not least, main event. Willow versus Riho.
Riho.
Riho. Riho.
Oh man.
It was a pretty solid match.
Huh?
It was a pretty solid match.
I thought so too. They gave Riho a few spots, but it's like, I was thinking, I'm like, dude, Willow's got to manhandle her, and she did.
Yep.
She did her power slam at the end, or her power bomb, bro. That was brutal. You just see Riho like just get thrown like a doll, like
yeah.
Riho sad. Riho hurt.
Kenny Omega's probably, no, don't hurt her.
Oh no.
He was cringing in the back.
Oh my goodness. Man, you know what's funny? I saw this meme and it was like, man, I stopped watching wrestling when Rey Mysterio won this match, and it was Rey Mysterio facing off against Big Show.
David versus Goliath.
It reminded me of this match when you said, obviously Willow is gonna win.
No, but like to your point though, like not only does the size play into a factor here, respectfully, but you have Willow's ties with the biggest female free agent signing, so you got to put her over, to at least start building towards whatever program they're going to do with Mercedes. So it was smart booking. You put Willow over, you keep her name hot. She's the one that had the match with Mercedes that Mercedes got hurt in, which I think prolonged this whole AEW thing with Mercedes. But I mean, we could talk about that post match too if you want.
What happened post match?
Yeah, you didn't see?
Riho didn't see.
No, Riho no see.
Mone came out because so what happened is Willow won the match, and then here comes Julia Hart and Sky Blue, which I liked when she had her name for a little while, Sky Black, because of her her heel turn. I like that, cool. But she went back to Sky Blue. But anyways, yeah, they came out and then they were about to beat up on Willow, and then here comes Mercedes Mone. Woo! Comes out and starts beating on them.
Like she saved Willow.
She saved Willow, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, a little intrigue there. And I just want to apologize to Julia Hart. I called her Anna Jay earlier. It's my bad.
How dare you?
Oh, well, when you said Anna Jay.
Yeah, that's my fault. Yeah, no, Julia Hart and Sky Blue. Big fan of Sky Blue.
Me too. I think she needs to get her flowers soon.
A lot of potential there.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Absolutely. But no, it was a great the match again was entertaining. And then I loved how they brought out Mone afterwards for that's her introduction of like, I'm here, I could beat people up, and it was cool.
Yep. Open the show, close the show in Boston. That's big.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a great way to, and then that's where she started just dancing around the ring, like, so that interacting with the fans, and so that's what you need. Yeah, she knows how to get the crowd going. It was good. Overall, I enjoyed Big Business. One of the better episodes we've had recently. With that being said, I gotta ask you guys: are you seeing some kind of change happening these past couple months, or maybe not couple months, but maybe since mid-February with AEW? And there's I really think that their storylines are starting to get a tad better.
I think they hired writers. I think they had hired actual right. I don't know if I read one article about they hired a previous WWE writer, but I think they beefed up their.
Oh yeah, she's in charge of creative. I think it's like a VP of creative, like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty smart.
I agree.
I think Tony Khan did need that because he does so much, and then for him to book and write the stories, it's like, bro, get some help. And I think he's finally getting the help and with people that have experience.
Tony Khan was playing universe mode with AEW.
No, he really
was. That's hard.
His own universe.
Yeah, which is fun, but you're gonna need if you're gonna treat this like a real business, you need people that know what they're doing, kind of thing.
Big business.
Someone just dropped in. Explosive new Ryback is all elite.
U.S. government was shocked.
Amazing. Ryback was going off on Vince when that shit dropped. So
Bryan Danielson would love having the Ryback back so they can wrestle each other. My favorite thing is him always calling him the Ryback. Still probably does.
That's hilarious, bro.
Ryback.
Man, so yeah, I think next is they need a performance center, and I think all the criticism for AEW can take a pause after that. I feel.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
headed to the right direction, I think.
They had a Nightmare Factory there for a while, but saw how that's going.
What sucks is though, like, you know, injuries are gonna happen. You see injuries in WWE as well. So, like, I just feel like when that happens in AEW, it's a little more magnified because of they're the JV squad. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. Hey, but I will say to that point, sometimes my favorite teams I was on was the JV teams though. So
is that mic wireless? Is that a wireless mic with wires? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no.
Damn, that's tight. No, you're right.
Yeah.
There's obviously
too exclusive.
You sound great.
The cool thing about the JV squad is, you know, it's not that high of a gravity situation, so you have more creative freedom to test things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. It's less pressure.
Yeah. So I agree.
Just trying to live the gimmick here with the mic, dude. Look official. You know what I'm saying?
I like it.
Hey, but speaking of that, shout out to Tony. Hold on, real quick.
I'm curious what happened. The storylines are starting to build up. They're doing better video packages. Yeah, they can only go up from compared to last year. Last year they were kind of in a slum, and I think things are turning up now.
For sure.
Anyways, that's all I got. Anything else you guys would like to add?
I wanted to say one thing about the close of big business in that when we were talking about, because I think Dries, you sounded kind of surprised that Mercedes saved Willow, but shout out Tony Schiavone or Excalibur. Fuck, who was it? One of the two. Who, when Mercedes came out, you know, they had mentioned like, oh, but whose side is she on? I think that was pretty smart.
Planting the seeds. See, that's why sometimes it is better to watch it on TV and get the commentary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes it adds. Sometimes it adds to it. So I said, I since it's wrestling talk, I suggested, hey, maybe if you want to upsell something in these live events, you know, have like an interface with some headphones so you could listen to the commentary.
My wife's been wanting that for years now, dude.
$5 extra, you know what I mean, to get like the commentary on. Yeah.
Quick math. What's 5 times 9,000?
Bro, I'm saying, dog.
Was that 45 grand?
Not good at math, but I think it's a lot.
I think it adds up.
Yeah. So something to think about. Tony, hit me up in the cave.
Yeah. This in ring or what in arena commentaries audio is provided to you by the Cave.
Hell yeah!
There you go. Look at
that. You guys want to wrap it up here, and we'll talk WrestleMania on another WWE episode, because that's a whole other episode as well, right?
Yeah, whole other episode.
Yeah, let's do a full-on preview for the Cave Dwellers.
Hell yeah, no, because I think, like I was telling Danny, this Rock, Roman, Cody, Seth goes deep, bro.
Multi-layered.
And I blame CM Punk for all this. I blame CM Punk.
Dude, we need to do a dive into the butterfly effect of CM Punk.
Oh, he's fucking everything up, man.
There's a lot there, man. There's a lot there.
He's a selfish bitch, and I hate him.
Hey,
man, that's crazy.
I said it earlier, bro. Like, dude's just a spoiled apple, and he's ruining the bunch.
No.
The
reason why it's hot is because of him.
I heard. Hey, you could say that. You could say that. No,
I'll argue that.
Chaos to create. You know what I mean? That's kind of what it is. But I heard he didn't even hear that, bro. I heard he
from his debut. I heard that too. I heard he's not even hurt.
I was kidding, but holy shit.
No. From his debut in AEW till now, like it's like how Triple H has been calling it behind the scenes. Supposedly, it's the Renaissance era of wrestling, dude, and it's because he came back.
I heard that. Man,
yeah, but what if he isn't really hurt, dude? It's crazy.
Just collecting a check in his stupid white tee and fucking
hanging out at the Performance Center all the time.
Yeah, seriously. Picking Shawn Michaels' brain. You could just say he lost his smile, you know? You could just say he lost his smile.
Motherfucker's about to win the Royal Rumble, dude. What are we talking about? That's
Oh
crazy.
man, so that wraps it up. I think Danny got disconnected. Sports
No, hop back on, Danny.
5P0RT5. I'm Jarizi. You got Feel the Burn over there. Abra Cemente. He went down deep inside the cave. I don't know where he went.
Abra Cemente went bye-bye Cemente. Oh, he's back.
Abra.
Like CM Punk.
Hell yeah, baby.
Abra.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
This is awesome. This is Abra.
All right. Make sure you check out our sponsors at safelightcandle.com if you need lighting for your home, workspace, or studio. And if you want to talk more wrestling, play some games, music, or conspiracy theories are gay. You can join the Discord community. The link should be on our Patreon page, K4V3, at the end of patreon.com/, or you can find everything on our website, K4V3.com. Thank you guys. We'll see you on the next one. We go and talk some WrestleMania.
Oh, one more thing I gotta add. It was dope that how Wardlow did a hot back, baby, before he wanted to do a powerbomb. He was just like, woo!
Yeah.
What the fuck? Did you guys see that shit?
Dude, what was
that? Was
that?
planned, bro. That was planned.
What?